Suns actually up by 11 points in the third quarter. The beginning of the third quarter. It wasn't looking too good for the Kings. But an injury-bitten Phoenix Suns team also gets bitten by the fourth quarter fox. By the middle of the fourth, the Kings were up by 11 points with a huge swing and turnaround in the fourth quarter. With 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter, Kings were actually up by 2. Up and down game here until the fourth quarter, when the Kings unleashed fourth quarter fox. De'Aaron Fox with 23 points in the fourth quarter basically said, I'm not losing this game. The Phoenix Suns are too wounded. We need to have this one. And De'Aaron went ahead and took over the game. Did you see that? Hey, did y'all check out that in-season tournament this over the weekend? Lakers destroying the Pacers. It was pretty good. LeBron James was not playing around. He went in there with a championship mindset and game face. He went in there and they looked like they were ready to play that game. I saw a lot of errant shots by Tyrese Halliburton. He was trying to do his thing, his little sidestep three, but it wasn't hitting. He shot a few air balls. And I think the size and the length and the force of the Lakers just kind of overwhelmed the Pacers, and they just didn't have enough. It was they were getting beat by 40 at one point. So my bad, everyone. I've been gone for a few days. It's actually not the day after the Phoenix Suns game. It's actually Monday, like a couple days after the Phoenix Suns games. A few days after the Phoenix Suns game. Was super busy over the weekend, so I'm just now getting my video out. But the Sacramento Kings go into Phoenix, where the Suns were a little injured without the help of Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Grayson Allen. The Kings were able to go in and handle business in Phoenix and beat the Suns 114-106. The Kings are now 12-8. Phoenix Suns are now 12-10. Right now, the Kings are in 6th place, right behind the Lakers, who are 14-9. They have caught up to the Kings. The Nuggets have dropped down to 4th with a 14-9 record. Dallas Mavericks are holding tight to that 3rd spot at 13-8. And OKC 14-7 in 2nd place. OKC, they are not letting go of that 2nd place. Timberwolves still 1st place, top of the Western Conference. What's going on out there with all my folks and all my Kings fans out there? It's Monday. I don't know what they call Monday. What is Monday? I'm gonna have to look it up. Look on Facebook or something. But it's Monday. Back to the work week. Monday. My cracking voice. What's going on, Kings fans and all my folks out there? It's your guy, Jay Woods, aka Shy the Man, and I'm here back with another episode of the Kings Morning After. Cup of Joe with Jay.
I love it.
Hey, you can see my J cup pretty good today. I like that. And the coffee is nice and warm on a cold day. It's going down my throat, down my belly. It feels good. My cup of Joe for today. I love to see De'Aaron Fox go in, turn in the fourth quarter Fox like that. Last year, he was the clutch player of the year. That's beautiful. That's big things for the Kings. I think it was just good that the Kings were able to go in there and dominate against the Phoenix Suns at the end of the game. I don't care if Kevin Durant is there or not, Bradley Beal is there or not. This is a team in the Western Conference that we need to go in if we expect to be one of the top teams in the league. We need to go in there and beat those guys, whether they're injured or not. And we need to just show who we are. We need to show that we're one of the better teams in this league. And I'm sorry, Suns, Kevin Durant is injured or whatever, but, that's not our problem. We got to go in there and handle business. I said it was a gauge game. And I mean, even with those guys injured, to me, it's still a gauge game. Let's beat these Western Conference teams. We don't know if it comes down to a tiebreaker later or what. Right now we're in sixth place in the Western Conference. We need to take every game we can against Western opponents. But it's just another great victory over a Western Conference team, and our clutch player, De'Aaron Fox, going in, dominating at the end of the game and making sure we get that victory. And that's my cup of Joe. Black, 1 creamer. No sugar. Ooh, that's good today. That cup of Joe is good today. All right, real quick, I got some stats for you guys. Phoenix Suns' highest scorer was Devin Booker with a big 28 points. He had 7 rebounds and 7 assists. The workman was out there being the workaholic as he usually is. There was one point when he elbowed Keon Ellis, and Nurkic stood over him, and that kind of got Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox a little pissed. And after that, they kind of took over the game. I mean, I'm not saying that's why it happened. Don't poke the bear, but it happened. Eric Gordon with 19 points on the night. Nurkic with 15 points and 9 rebounds. Off the bench, our guy, Chimezie Metu, came in and had 10 points. It was good to see him playing and still in the NBA contributing. For the Kings, our big scorer was De'Aaron Fox, Mr. Fourth Quarter Fox, clutch player of the year with 34 points. Big 7 assists on the night. Second was Domantas Sabonis with 15 points and a big 17 rebounds. Domantas Sabonis beasting up on the rebounding side. I like that. And then we got Keegan Murray with a big 13 points. Harrison Barnes 9, but with 8 rebounds. And off the bench, we had Vezenkov with a big 14, Malik Monk with 13. Vezenkov was out there looking nice. The 3-point shot was hitting for Vezenkov. So I like seeing him come in and hit that corner shot, as soon as he gets in the game. When he's open, get him the ball. He's a perfect 3-and-D guy, De'Aaron Fox drive to the basket. Any of these guys drive to the basket. He cuts to the 3-point line, dish it because it's good. Eye test. We're going to take an eye test. All right. Kings eye test for the game. The Kings are still playing very cohesively. Domantas Sabonis is a beast down there grabbing those boards. I just kind of feel like we need just a little bit more help down low. Maybe one more big man, or get JaVale McGee more involved in these games. Not sure why JaVale McGee hasn't been playing as many minutes. Give this guy Sabonis a break here and there. I don't know. I feel like maybe even here and there, a couple minutes here and there, JaVale McGee can play with Sabonis. Let Sabonis play some power forward. I don't know why the Kings don't really do that. Mike Brown doesn't really use Sabonis as a power forward. And I mean, he plays center well, fine, all season. But he's not the tallest center. Maybe he can play some power forward, And I know his 3-point shot is sort of an issue, but every power forward doesn't have to shoot threes. Just try it out, see what it looks like. We see what a big lineup looks like here and there. De'Aaron Fox is anchoring his team right now. No matter who's struggling, no matter who's not having a good game, we can pretty much rely on De'Aaron Fox to have about 30 points, around 30 points on a night. And it seems like it's working. De'Aaron driving to the hole, two-man game with Domantas Sabonis, or kick out to guys like Vezenkov, who seems to be getting more and more time over players like Duarte, probably because of his shot, and kicking it out to guys like Keegan Murray, whose season has seems like it started kind of slow, but he's doing okay. I mean, maybe everybody expected a little too much out of Keegan in his second year. You know, maybe he wasn't ready to make that big super jump that everybody was expecting. Although his defensive game has looked a lot better this year, and he's looked a little more athletic, and he's had some nice drives to the basket for dunks and drives to the basket, which I like, which I think would serve his game well if he drove to the basket a little more often. And the Kings beat a wounded team, but hey, that's fine. That's what the Kings need to do. They need to go in and beat these teams, or these teams that they're supposed to beat, like a team like the Suns, who's missing Durant, Grayson Allen, and Bradley Beal. You know, go ahead and beat these teams. I mean, who knows? We might have beat them with those guys. So you just go in there against these West Coast teams and you make sure you show your dominance. That's my eye test. Bottom line, the Kings morning after, bottom line. Today's bottom line is, and just as I was saying, the Kings just need to continue to do what they're doing, stay consistent with their game, stay consistent with their offense, keep playing really hard defense, keep closing these games out really strong with De'Aaron Fox taking control of these games, and the Kings playing really good defense at the end of the games. That's how they need to play. That's how they need to continue to play. Coming up next for the Kings, it's Monday. They are playing the Brooklyn Nets tonight at 7 p.m. at home, a home game against the Brooklyn Nets. So we get to see how the Kings look against one of these East Coast teams. The Brooklyn Nets, you know, they lost Kevin Durant, they lost Kyrie Irving. So their team isn't as good as they were, but, you know, they're working out kinks and they have really good pieces. And they have some really good young pieces also. With Mikal Bridges coming into his own and kind of leading the charge on a nightly basis, and young guys like Cameron Johnson also stepping up to help out this team. They also have Spencer Dinwiddie, who is a good shooter out there scoring for them. So they have a very good young upcoming squad with some decent depth. Coming off of a little bit of a break after this in-season tournament, the Kings don't want this to be a trap game. They need to just go ahead and handle business. They're at home. You know, they're playing a team that is probably not as good as them. Go in, handle business. Don't let these guys push you around at home. Don't let these guys try to outrun you. You know, play your solid defense, play your two-man game and kick-out game. And the Kings should be able to beat this team. Let's check to see the betting lines real quick. If you guys are into sports betting, use the link below. I have a great sports app that I use. It's called Bet Us. The link is down below. You use that link, I get a couple dollars. Use that link if you like to sports bet. You can sports bet anywhere you are. I'm in California and I'm doing sports bets with Bet Us, so you can too. Try the link down below. Help the channel out. So currently on Bet Us, the Sacramento Kings are favored by 4.5 points at home versus the Brooklyn Nets. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take those odds. I'm going to take the Sacramento Kings to beat them by at least 4.5 points. I'm going to go ahead and bet. I'm going to bet $5 right here on Bet US. It's easy to insert money to this site. It's easy to, you know, as soon as you win, you get your money. There's no games. And I also like the site because they have parlay bets. You can do parlay bets. And obviously, the higher the parlay, the more the odds. A $5 bet, if you bet on enough games, you can win $500, $600, $700 on some of these bets. So try out the parlay bets. I mean, you're only using $5 if you lose, you know. And to be honest, I haven't won a parlay bet yet since I've been betting. And I've only been betting out here for like a month or two. I don't bet all the time. But every now and then there's like a bunch of games or a bunch of college games. I'll go ahead and I'll bet on like 5 or 6 teams, 7 teams, $5, and it'll be like a $600, $700 payout that I'll win. And then there's always two little teams that don't go the right way so far. But hopefully one of these days I'm gonna win one of these parlay bets, and I'll let you know how my bet tonight goes. I mean, well, you'll know if whether the Kings win by 5 or more points. That means I win. Some really close odds tonight. Orlando Magic are playing Cleveland at home with negative 1.5 odds, which is basically even. There's a really high line tonight, 76ers at home versus the Wizards. They're scheduled to win by 12 points. So they'd have to win by at least 13 points to beat the Wizards. So that's an interesting game to check out and maybe interesting to bet on. Also, the Milwaukee Bucks are supposed to beat the Bulls by 11.5. So they got to win by 12 or more. Some interesting games that you guys could bet on. So go check out the site. Click the link down below. It'll help my channel out too. Thanks. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. There's a game tonight, so I'll be back at you tomorrow with another video with more of my takes, more of my analysis of the Sacramento Kings. If you're watching all the way to this point, please like the video. Why not? You obviously like something, right? Go ahead and like the video. If you like to talk Kings, you like to hear about Sacramento Kings news, you like Sacramento Kings takes, subscribe. Please subscribe. It'll help me out. I'm new. I'm getting better. But we're going to do some fun, entertaining things. We're going to do some live game chats also. So that'll be fun. Go ahead and subscribe for that stuff in the future. And also, if you can, share the video. Why not? I'm a new guy to help me kick the algorithm's ass. Share the video. Also, another way you can help is make a comment. Make a comment down below. Comment on anything I said. Comment on the Kings in general, how you feel about the Kings and their playoff chances. Comment on anything. Comment on anything I spoke about in this video. Please, I'd like to hear you. And right now, since I don't have a whole bunch of subscribers, if you make a comment, I post your comment onto the next video. Why not get your comment posted on the next video and be archived here forever? My motivational statement for today is be consistent. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to do, be consistent. Work on your goals every day. Knock a piece out every day. Don't give up. Don't stop. Once you stop, that's when you start failing. Be consistent. Be there. Show up. Do the things it takes to win every day. That's all I have, guys. I want you guys to have a great day. And I appreciate you watching. If you're actually watching to this point, I really appreciate you being here to check out my takes. And thanks again for joining me on another episode of The King's Morning After. Cup of Joe with Jay. Hey, watch the news. It's good.